Hear from participants about this year's Relay for Life at the UA.
Take a look at the newly opened Chinese Cultural Center on campus.
And learn about the rising dropout rates for college students. All this and more tonight.
Live from the University of Arizona UA TV studio, this is Wildcast.
I'm Zarina Nafarate.
And I'm Danielle Carpenter. Thanks for joining us tonight.
This past weekend, the U of A hosted one of its longest and most well-known annual events. Wildcast reporter Sheridan Fiddleman has more on how Relay for Life brings students and local Tucsonans together in the fight against cancer.
Relay for Life 2014 is here and stronger than ever. Relay for Life is an organized overnight fundraiser walk to honor survivors and those who lost their battle to cancer. The event starts with a survivor lap. This is when all the cancer survivors at the event take the first lap around the track and celebrate their victory. Relay for Life began in 1985 when a U.S. surgeon, Dr. Gordy, wanted to raise more money for his local cancer society. Alone, on a track in Washington, he walked for 24 hours and raised over $27,000 to help fight cancer.
It gives a lot of the survivors more fight. It's a chance to show you how much hope it takes and how much fight it takes to get through treatment. And I think money and the awareness doesn't hurt.
Relay for Life is a chance for me to every year celebrate another year of survivors.
If you're interested in making a general donation to Relay for Life, the fight against cancer, you can go to relayforlife.org/donate and learn how. Reporting at the University of Arizona for Wildcast, I'm Sheridan Fiddleman.
You know, it's so great to see such a good turnout for this kind of cause. It's heartwarming.
Exactly. It's really great also to see how many events we have at the UA Mall that are similar to that.
Yeah.
An anonymous email sending violent threats against the UA received last week was thankfully found to be a false alarm. UAPD determined there was no real threat involved, according to Sergeant Filbert Barrera, the UAPD Public Information Officer, but detectives are working to figure out who is responsible for sending this email. UAPD believes the whole thing to be a prank. University Information Technology Services IT Support Center immediately sent the email to UAPD, which then began the investigation. University Technology Services has taken a couple precautions if things like this happen again, such as mass emails to the UA listserv, and they have also installed screens in bigger classrooms, which would allow UAPD to broadcast these situations when they happen.
The U of A held its annual Take Back the Night event last week. It's designed to raise awareness of sexual assault and to provide support for survivors of sexual violence. Sexual assault is a well-known issue on university campuses. The U.S. Department of Justice estimates that 1 in 5 female students will be the victim of sexual assault while on a university campus. The same goes for 1 in 10 straight men, 1 in 5 bisexual men, 1 in 3 gay men, and half of transsexual people. Sexual assault is known, however, as a silent epidemic, with 95% of attacks going unreported.
Unfortunately, still there's a lot of stigma associated with sexual and relationship violence, and people can be blamed for those experiences, and for that and a number of other reasons it can be hard to speak about it.
On Saturday afternoon, the Confucius Center at the University of Arizona celebrated the grand opening of the Chinese Cultural Experience Center ribbon cutting. The celebration included guest speakers from around the UA and the United States, as well as language, performing arts, music, traditional foods and games, martial arts, and more. The Confucius Center also hosted the 13th annual Chinese Proficiency Competition in conjunction with the ribbon cutting. The Science Engineering Library is now home to the exhibit and will be on display for hopefully many years to come. For more information on the exhibit or the Confucius Center at the UA, refer to confucius.arizona.edu.
See how the cast of Neighbors shook up the UA campus after the break.
Mall was the place to be this past Thursday as the stars from the upcoming film Neighbors visited the UA to promote their new movie, which is set to release May 9th. Dave Franco, Christopher Mintz-Plasse, and Gerard Carmichael signed autographs and took photos with the students, faculty members, and even our own local star, Wilbur the Wildcat. Field reporter Drew Rogers was even able to get an exclusive interview with Wilbur. Check it out.
All right, I'm here with Wilbur the Wildcat, our beloved mascot. Wilbur, pretty exciting day. What do you got to say about all this? He's excited, to say the least.
But Wilbur wasn't the only one to cash in on all the action. Students were able to get autographs on posters, skateboards, headwear, and even one student built up the courage to ask Dave Franco to prom.
So I asked Dave Franco to prom, and he gave me a solid maybe.
After the autograph signing, students representing their UA club competed against each other in a four-legged race. We're not exactly sure who won that, but it is safe to say that everyone enjoyed the special guests and celebrity appearance. Be sure to catch the Stars' upcoming show May 9th, where it is set to premiere worldwide. I didn't get to meet Dave Franco, and it was a very sad day.
I know.
It was fun, seeing him and all of the actors be so cool with everybody. And
Yeah, and I actually got to see the movie. Pretty good movie. Lots of laughs, so.
Oh, good. I'll have to see it.
So I waited for something at least.
Oh, perfect.
Graduation is only a couple of weeks away, but the celebrations have already started. The university's Grad Bash is tomorrow. The UA Alumni Association will be hosting this event as a last tailgate for graduating Wildcats. There will be free lunch, games and giveaways, and graduation to-dos. Wilbur and Wilma will be in attendance as well, and Coach Sean Miller. All graduating students are welcome and can RSVP at ArizonaAlumni.com Grad Bash.
We had some small showers this past week, and temperatures have cooled down a bit. We'll turn over to weather reporter Shay Sorensen to see if we'll stay out of the 90s for a little while longer. Shay?
Good evening, Wildcats. The high today was 85 degrees, and tomorrow it will get a little cooler by a degree or two. Expect breezy conditions on Wednesday and Thursday because we are in between a high and a low pressure system. Temperatures have been below average, but expect an increase at the end of the week into this weekend as a ridge of high pressure occupies the southwest. We will see highs in the upper 80s on Friday and then the low to mid 90s on Saturday and Sunday. By Monday, temps will fall back down to the upper 80s. That's all I have for you, Wildcats, and I'll see you next time. All right.
A new proposal may cause a few changes in the university's colleges. The English department proposed to be relocated to the College of Social and Behavioral Sciences from the College of Humanities. Talk of the two merging ended a while ago, but the English department was still interested in the opportunity. The department says their main reason for the move is the opportunity for academic synergy and new collaborations. Many are worried about the financial consequences this might have, while others just don't like the idea of having College of Humanities without an English department. Faculty and staff will be making a decision this week. Stay with us after the break to hear about the student return rate at the UA.
I'm Derek Williams, the former U of A Wildcat. You're watching UA TV. Don't change the channel.
The life I lead is an alphabet dog. I may have fleas, but I run a yard. I see those clones looking down on me, but unlike those clones, this dog is free. Oh Lord, it's a dog's life. Oh Lord, it's a dog's life, dog's life. Oh Lord, it's a dog's life.
Statistics show that more than 50% of students drop out of college before receiving a degree. Wildcast reporter Karen Lizarraga has more on why students are dropping out.
Finals are around the corner along with the end of spring semester. For seniors, it's the end of a long journey, but for freshmen, it's the ending of the first year out of 4 years ahead. It is estimated that as many as 1 in 3 first-year students don't make it back for their sophomore year. The reasons run from family problems and loneliness to academic struggles and lack of money.
I find it really hard to transition from high school to college because I lost all of my main friends, and then I just forgot how to make friends. I didn't really have like the perfect college life that I wanted to, like go out and have fun, but also like maintain my grades. And then the whole major thing kind of threw me off.
According to a new study from Harvard University, half of American students drop out before receiving a degree. One factor in the higher dropout rates, according to the Harvard study, is the rising cost of college education. The cost of college has nearly risen since 1985, and the total amount of student loan debt held by Americans surpassed $1 trillion in 2011.
When I first entered college, I imagined that every class was going to be hard. It was going to be tests every single week, but in reality, it really wasn't. Yeah, there are tests, and yes, they are a big part of your grade, but because I chose to stay home and study on every single day except for the weekends, I was able to get good grades on them. I was able to pass all my classes. My first semester of college, I was able to get 3.8.
2011 Pew Research Center report states, for many young adults, the ultimate bottom line is whether the degree they earn will help them secure a job. Reporting from the University of Arizona for Wildcast, I'm Karen Lizarraga.
Arizona women's golf finished in second place at the Pac-12 championships, losing by 1 stroke. UA sophomore Lindsay Weaver finished second in the individual standings. The Wildcats tied for second place with number 1 USC, finishing 6 over par with a score of 870. This is the 6th time the Wildcats have finished in the top 5 this season. Weaver made her Wildcats top finisher 5 times this year. She has earned second in the last 2 tournaments. Weaver's second place finish at the championship is the Wildcats' top individual finish since 2002.
The women's golf team has been on the rise, and sports reporter Chelsea Moe has more on their recent successes. Chelsea?
Hello Wildcats. This week in sports, number 8 U of A women's golf was selected for the NCAA Central Regional Championships. Oklahoma State will host the event May 8th through May 10th. For the second time this season, Arizona softball first baseman Hallie Wilson was named Pac-12 Player of the Week. Wilson helped Arizona to a perfect 5-0 record on the week. UA took both games of a doubleheader against New Mexico State and a 3-game sweep of Utah. Wilson crossed the plate 11 times as the offense put up 52 runs in the 5 games. In baseball, Michael Horde went 2 for 3 as the starting designated hitter to lead the team to knock off Arizona State 6-1 to avoid a sweep before a crowd of over 3,000 on Sunday evening. That's all in sports. Back to you.
Thanks for tuning in to Wildcast. There's some upcoming events here at the UA you might be interested in.
Grad Bash is tomorrow from noon to 2 p.m. and graduating seniors will get free lunch and tons of free giveaways.
The second annual Latin Film Festival is this week, and a new film will be shown every night until Thursday at 6 p.m. The Tucson Village Farm Chicken Fun Run is this Friday and will host a variety of events, from a food truck roundup to an Irish dance band. The event will run from 5 to 8 p.m. and tickets are $15 per person.
As always, you can watch us anytime online or at our YouTube channel, UATV CH3, or like us on our Facebook page. And we'll see you next week for another edition of Wildcast.